All right, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the two-stroke channel. Well, where you know that you will be getting a little Stella for your day, as well as an odd car review or two. You know me, we like the odd cars. So what do we got here? Stella is showing us her French heritage. She is a Brittany Spaniel, which comes from the region of Brittany, I believe, in France. And maybe this Peugeot wagon came from the same area as my dog. I don't know. We're looking at dog butt and we're looking at a Peugeot butt. This is a 505 wagon. It's a 1990 wagon. It's a very large car. And I have to say, I think it's the first one, first modern. I can barely fit it in the frame. It's got this extended wheelbase here in the back. And that might be why it says on the back that it is an SW8. Maybe it's an 8-person station wagon. Is that what that means? Station wagon 8. Certainly not an 8-cylinder. It is a 4-cylinder, but it is a very large car. And to prove my point, I'll show you this thing. Let's open up this station wagon. You can see it's got 2 seats in the front for the passenger and for the driver. 3 seats in the back, split 60-40. And if you flip this seat down, there's another seat in the back. It's 3rd row, full 3rd row seating. Ooh, you can see that. Too glary. Full through, and Stella wants to get in there. She is interested in getting in that car. With full like footwell area for the rear passengers. You could get 3 kids back there or 2 adults pretty comfy. Has speakers in the headliner. This is a full-size car. Pretty amazing. Again, this is a 1990 or 91 Peugeot 505 wagon. I believe it's the end of the line for these things. They stopped making them after this. They have fluted alloy wheels. As you can see, I think they're 15-inch. Are they 15-inch? No, they're 14s. I was wrong. They're 14-inch Peugeot wheels. I believe guys use these on Subarus, if I'm not mistaken. The offset and the bolt pattern, it must be similar. Has pretty cool standard headlights, sealed beam, the rectangular. These ones are full of water, which is typical here for Portland, Oregon, the Northwest. Neat little Peugeot grille and emblem there, very subtle. Very large car, again. Long roof with a long double roof rack. Not just a partial roof rack, but double, the whole length of the car. Let's stand back and enjoy the boxiness of this French car, shall we? Look at that. Square and boxy. Let's take a look at the interior here. Let's take a look at the insides. So if you notice, we got flip door handles, very reminiscent of the 80s. But what you may not notice is when the door shuts, see the seat belt here? It's attached to the door. So if you were to get into an accident, they have this bracket here as a strong point to help, I guess, support you for your chest belt here. And there's some wires that go through there to probably tell the car if you've got your seat belt on. So the seat belt opens with the door. It's not automatic. It doesn't go on a motorized track like some of them do. This one just simply just belts you in. And then once you get in the car, you are delighted with all these gauges and buzzers. Look at that tachometer. It has about 1 inch of zero before it actually registers something. Looks like the car has 178,000 miles on it, and it goes up to 120 miles an hour. This is not a turbo. Has a lot of idiot lights. If you look there, you can see park brake, brake, all kinds of warnings. Choke. Does not have a choke. Has a really neat switch gear and button selection. Does have a digital clock, which is pretty awesome. Car does have AC and seat heaters, even though it's got cloth seats. Automatic climate control. You can see the temperature is set to 85 or 90, but Who knows if it works? This is a fan, the temperature, and then which position the air blows. Oh, what is that? A coin bag? Is that what that is? I think it's a coin bag, like for money. Aha! And it doesn't lie. It's got money in there. And then a cigarette lighter, big one. Has some mints in there. We've got a CD player. We've got an automatic transmission. And we have all our windows. Actually, just power windows for the front. What about for the rear? Oh, power windows for the rear are back here. That's crazy. So the rear people have to reach up through the console as well as the driver. Huh, interesting. No airbag, of course. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's your handle for opening your... How do you open your glove box? Don't know. This is the sensor, then for the automatic climate control. No sunroof on this guy, but it does have... What is that? What is it? Oh, it's a map light. That is a map light. It's like a spotlight. Pretty neat. Does it got a horn? Oh, the horn would be... Being this is a French car, the horn is probably right here. It is. That's where I thought it would be. Cruise control, air conditioning, rear window wiper. This is a deluxe car. So vinyl door panels, cloth seats in good shape. This is a neat car. Let's open the hood. Let's see what we got there. Do we have a mirror? Yeah. No power mirrors, but we do have mirror on both sides. As well we should. Has the interesting roaring lion logo there on the dash. I should say the horn, what would be the horn pad. I've already got the hood popped here. The release is way over on this side, and I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand. Oh, yes I will be. Okay. Let's get that up here. The prop rod needs to come down. Okay. So the prop rod is stuck under the hood there, and it is now into its prop rod spot. We have a 4-cylinder engine. It is cross-flow, in other words, intake on this side, exhaust on that. Fuel injected with the old flapper trapper door. Very common back in the day. I think it's Bosch J-Trectronic. I can't remember which Bosch version this is. But it is electronic fuel injection and is not mechanical. Of course, 12-volt battery with funky battery connections. A radiator with a sensor level. We have power brakes. I think that's the coolant overflow down there. I'm not sure. I'm going to dig into that. It is made in France. As you can see, tells you all about everything there. Wagner, Lockheed. Lots of insulation on the under hood to dampen the noise. Just a really good looking car. Very boxy. Very boxy. I'm assuming all the fuses are in here. It looks like a fuse. Yes, it is. And it's got spade type fuses. That's impressive. Pretty cool car. We're going to do a service on this car today. I'm going to get up in the air. Let's take a look at the underside and see what we see as far as suspension components. I'll jack it up here in a second. Okay, so as promised, we have our 1990 or 91 Peugeot 505 up in the air. Let's do a little undercarriage inspection. You guys are going to come along with me. This is my first time looking underneath this car. I will say right off the bat, we have the tire wear on the inside of the tire. I'm using my best French accent there. That's almost down to the cords. So that's not good. It's probably a toe issue. This one's worn as well. No treads. Wow, that's too bad. The rest of the tire looks good. Inside the tire is completely worn out. Okay, that's number one. Let's see. The guy claimed that it was loud. It has a factory 2-into-1 into the old style catalytic converter, which is amazing. That's still here. It has not stolen. And what do we got? It goes up into a glass pack, which looks recent. Oh, but this is the problem here. We've got cracked pipes. I can actually put my finger through there in a couple different spots. And that's before it gets to the muffler. That's probably why it's loud. That's a bummer. Okay. An odd shaped rear axle. Oh, it's got positive traction. That is funky. This is a pause traction rear axle. That's right. That's the way the French did it. A little tiny sway bar, but the pause traction axle with this, what do they call these? Wishbones? Torque tube? Oh my goodness, torque tube. It's got a torque tube. Sacre de bleu. It's got a torque tube, so it's completely enclosed driveline. That's wackadoodle. Tell you that. Here we've got our fuel pump and our fuel filter. That probably needs to be changed. Automatic transmission. I'd like to service that. Don't know what kind of fluid it takes. I'll have to figure it out. A little bit of an oil leak. Motor mounts. Lots of oil leaks. I think it's pretty typical for a French car. Rack and pinion steering. And disc brakes. I'll have to check that. Oh, those are kind of crazy. Everything looks so different. So familiar, yet so different. The pause traction rear end and the torque tubes really surprised me. I was not expecting that. And then we've got a spare tire which is flat. That's no bueno. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool car. We got some work to do. We got to fix this thing up and make it last another 50 years or more. All right, so we're finishing up the service on our 1990-ish, maybe 91 Peugeot 505. It's not a turbo. It's 2.2 liter fuel injected. Stella is enjoying what is happening with the sunshine. And I forgot a couple of things to mention on this car. A couple of neat little tidbits. It does have power mirrors. I just didn't see them. So when you open the door and you get in the car, the seat belt extends to welcome you. And you have your mirrors, of course, here on the driver's side and also there on the passenger side. And where you would think the mirror buttons would be, somewhere's up here, somewhere's over here, actually way down here. So there's your left and your right, and your up, down, side to side for your power mirrors. The other cool thing that I wanted to show you, see if I can get the glare off of these lights here a little bit for you. That's better. Let's turn this one off too. There. So we're looking at the dash. This is kind of funny. You turn the key on and it has a large stop button. Stop light. Stop. Pull over. Do something. Don't be an idiot. So whenever the oil light comes on, or the battery light, or the brake light, it says stop. That's actually kind of smart. So let's fire this thing up. I think we're ready to go here. Got oil in the engine. Transmission's been serviced. Fires right up. It's got some neat little bells. You can hear those little door chimes and things going off. What do we got down here? What's that? I actually don't know what that is. That might be the antenna, cruise control, and then some more switches here, which I've already gone through. Fog lights. Oh, that reminds me, I want to show you there's something in the headlights here. So turn the headlights on, you twist the knob, the light indicators come on there. See that? It's got some cool lights in the front. So not only do you have your sealed beam 7-inch or rectangulars, this part lights up, which is the surround, which is pretty cool. That's really neat. Really smooth. This thing needs a muffler. It's a little loud in the back. You can hear it echoing back here. Oh, this light is burned out. That's supposed to light up. Like this one. There you go. There's your review of a 1991 Peugeot 505 wagon. When was the last time you saw one of these? Ah, good luck trying to find another one. These just do not exist anymore.